welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I love you guys, every single last one of you, and I hope that you decide to become part of my YouTube family. If you do, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and might as well smash the bell right along beside it, because that'll notify you every time I post a video on my channel and you won't miss a beat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this video. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because this is going to be a long one, because my makeup collection has grown very tremendously. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know what I'm doing today, I am filming my entire makeup collection. It's not really as big as Beauty Guru's, but for me, it's pretty dang big. So I'm going to go ahead and move these brushes one out the way for right now. We'll get to those in a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the non-necessities that are sitting right here on, well, I say non-necessities. I use one of them every single time I put my makeup on and every single time I go out. But this is sitting here at my makeup table, so let's start with this one. The first thing is the Mario Badescu spray. Now this, I can live without. I love it. I love how it smells, and I love how it feels on the skin. I spray it on there before I put my makeup on, usually just so that I can soak it all in. This is a yes for me. And then, of course, I use Secret Cool Water Lily deodorant. Deodorant's always a yes. Excuse this mountain that's deciding to be very rude today. Sorry. Side note. This beauty this beauty sponge cleaner I do not use, so this is a no, but I do have it in my collection. Also, I got this in a little Sephora thing, or no, I got this as an extra at Ulta, and it's just the Garnier Maclear cleansing water. This is a yes, if you have the chance or the money to buy the big one, go ahead and buy it. I love it. And then this is Merle Norman Dual Eye Makeup Remover. This is an alright makeup remover. I'd rather remove it with this cleansing water than this one. It's just preference. It's not because I don't like it. So the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream. This is just a tester, and it's not letting you see it. This is just a tester bottle. Not a fan. I mean, I like it. It just kind of breaks my skin out. But I also mix it with this, so I don't know what it's like without it. I'll just try it, and I'll let you know. So this is the Vitamin Nectar Moisture Glow Face Cream. This breaks my skin out. It has a scent to it. It's kind of like a lemon scent, I do believe. Kind of sort of like a lemon scent. And it kind of breaks my skin out. So that's not a plus for me. These two items I've never tried. They're just little testers that sit in here. Never tried this. But the IT Cosmetics cream breaks my face out because it has a scent to it. Anything with scents usually break my face out. So this Clinique Moisture Surge I love. And then the eyeshadow primer. This is by Revlon. I'm not really a eyeshadow primer person. I'm not 100% keen on it, but it's in my collection in case I want to use it one day. Alright, on to the foundation and primers and all that good stuff. Okay, starting with primer, I have the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Why is this not focusing? There we go. So I have the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I absolutely love it. It is wonderful. That is one of my go-to primers. And then I have this Bare Mineral Blemish Rescue Primer. And I'm gonna go ahead and be honest, it's not my favorite. It says skin clearing, anti-redness and mattifying. Honestly, I have redness all over my face just because I'm naturally red. But it doesn't work. So I don't like it. It's just not for me. And then this Yinsa Color Plus Face Tone Up Primer Essential Glow. This has been my go-to here lately. I absolutely I love it so far. It's not done me wrong. My all-time favorite primer that I have not got any more of is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I just love how this feels on my skin. As you can tell, I used it all. I love just the smoothness it has and all that. I've got to get me some more because that is a must-have in my collection. And then with setting sprays or just primer setting sprays kind of ordeal, I have the Too Faced Hangover Prime Set and Refresh Setting Spray. This is the 3-in-1. Now, for this one, I do not really like. I don't. Excuse the thunder if you can hear it. It's like looks like it's about to pour outside. This one I do not recommend. I don't really like this. I don't like the smell of it. That's just my personal preference. I don't like the smell of coconut, and it smells so much like coconut, and I don't like that. So the next one is the MAC Prep and Prime. As you can tell, there is only this much left in the bottle, and I love just how it sprays. And it has just a light fragrance to it, and I love that. So the next one is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and just look. Like an aerosol can, just mist is all over your face. I absolutely love it. So these two are my go-to setting sprays. I absolutely love these two, and I recommend both of them. And then, excuse you, she fell. It just lightning back there. Really bad. So the weather here in Georgia is not very pleasant right now. But the first setting spray that I've ever gotten was the e.l.f. Makeup Mist Set, and it has a nice mist to it. I mean, it's pretty decent. I just fell in love with the MAC and the Morphe after I got those, so I just stick with those for now. All right. Oh, I missed one primer. So here is the Wet n Wild Matte Photo Focus Face Primer. This is a good one. I'm just not into the matte look because my face is so dry during the summer that I need more of a creamier one. Does that make sense? No? Okay, we'll continue then. All right, on to the foundation. So I have mostly drugstore foundations. I don't like to spend a lot of money on foundations, but there's one high-end foundation that I bought for my wedding, and I absolutely loved it. Loved it. So let's go ahead on with my favorite foundation that I have 3 different colors of because, you know, the winter, mid-spring, summer, and then, you know, when you have your goddess glow going on, you have to have your darkest one. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I use this almost every single day. Here's what it looks like. This is the color that I'm in right now, which is soft beige. I love it. As you can tell, I have 3 different colors of it, and it is my go-to for right now. And for the price of it, you cannot beat that. So the next one that is kind of like my next go-to if I run out of that is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I love this. It is super runny, and it's not as mattifying, so it is actually really wonderful. And then this is a no for me. Now, I loved it for a little while. It's just super, super, super matte. So this Maybelline Up to 24-Hour Foundation, it is actually really great. It's beautiful on the skin. It just makes my skin look way too dry, and I'm not in for that. So this is my next one. Like I say, Wet n Wild is my first go-to, and then the L'Oreal, And then this one, this is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Long Wear Foundation. Whew, take a breath after that. But this one is more of a light to I won't say light coverage. This is more of a medium coverage. So if I'm not looking to cover up these mountains, which I've just rubbed the foundation off of it because I'm rubbish. But if I'm not looking to cover up any mountains on my face that day, I will use this one. And the applicator on this is just to die for. I don't know. I just really like it. And then the last foundation that I have in here, that is the last foundation, is my high-end foundation, and it is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. So if you're looking for a foundation that will last you all night long, girl, this foundation is for you. And this foundation was when I was a sun goddess and I had all my glow going on, and it's way too dark now. So I don't use it much anymore. On to concealers. I have this many concealers. The first concealer I have is the ColourPop. This is just a white concealer that I use just to like cut the crease or do little fun looks with that I haven't done in a while. And then I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer. I don't really like these as much anymore. They don't really have coverage like my other ones do. And then the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind is not my favorite. As you can tell, I've used almost all of it. But I found better ones after I had used this. So my two favorites so far is the Tarte Shape Tape and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. These two are amazing. They're about the same, like, quality-wise. This is just drugstore, and this is just high-end. And then I have this contour stick that I never, ever, ever use, and it's by Wet n Wild. And like I said, I never use it, so I'm not going to recommend it to you guys. But that's just my preference because I don't really like cream contour. And then my beauty blenders. So I have the Morphe Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. I like both of them, but if I was to recommend one, it would be the Real Techniques. Next. Okay, so now moving on to my powders, blush, and contour, and, well, bronzers and everything. So here, I'm just going to start at the beginning. So here's the Wet n Wild translucent powder that I use on occasion. Now this has really bad flashbacks, but I like this. And then I have the Coty Airspun. I really like this as well. Like I said, really bad flashback, but it's a really good powder if you're okay with the scent. Now this smells like, I hate to say this, it smells like my grandma's makeup from like back in the day, but it's got a really strong scent. But if you can get past that, this powder is really good. And then I have the Ciate London Extraordinary Translucent Powder. This is another really good powder. I haven't been going for this one here lately. I've been really reaching for my e.l.f. sheer powder, and it is really fine and like really, really nice on the skin. This is what I have on my face today. I really like this one, and it's really, really lightweight. So I also have these two. This is the Blemish Rescue Bare Minerals Skin Clearing Loose Foundation Powder, and this is the Banana Setting Powder. I don't really use these two. These two aren't my favorite, so those don't really get used. They just sit here. And then I have two Revlon Color Stay press powders, and then I have a Maybelline Fit Me press powder, and then I have an LA Colors press powder. I don't really use the LA Colors press powder much. The one I normally use is the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and then occasionally I will use the Revlon Color Stay. Alright, on to bronzers. I have only two bronzers in my set. I have the L'Oreal True Match Luma Bronze It powder. I love this powder. This is what I have on today for my bronzer. About dropped it. I just recently purchased this one, and I am loving it. And just for reference, I have it in the shade Light Clair. And then the bronzer I used before that I don't think they sell anymore is by Bare Minerals. and it is the tinted bronzer. And I loved this bronzer, but I'm almost positive it's out of date now, so it's about time for it to hit the trash. All right, on to highlighters. So I only have, well, technically 3 highlighters. So this is by Ciate London, and this is the Moon Dust highlighter. I got this in like a Ipsy subscription or Sephora subscription 1 month. I've actually never worn it on the face, but it is kind of, you can't see it. Okay. No? Okay. Whatever. It is actually a really pretty highlighter. I just don't reach for it. So the ones that I reach for the most is the Ofra highlighter in the shade Star Island. And I'll show you what it looks like, hopefully. Yeah, there's the Ofra highlighter. I love this highlighter, and it is really nice on the skin. And then what I have on today, I don't know if you can tell if I have highlighter on because I've had on it all day, is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. And this is in the shade Blossom Glow. And it's just a really nice white pinkish sheen glow. And I really like the Wet n Wild highlighters. So for the more affordable highlighter, I like Wet n Wild, and for the high-end highlighter, I like Ofra. Okay, so here is 2 blushes that I'm not really keen on, that just because of personal preference again. So here is the Too Faced blush. This is a cream blush. This is the Peach My Cheeks blush. Honestly, it smells amazing. But I'm not a cream blush or a cream anything other than foundation and, you know, the necessities. I like a more powder blush, so that's just why I don't like that one. And then here's a blush serum. It says Lip and Cheek color. And again, I don't really like cream blushes, so that's just why I don't like it. This was my favorite blush and go-to blush. It still is, but this is by Wet n Wild, the Color Icon, and this is Pearlescent Pink. It's just a coral blush. And then what I have on today is the Alamar Cosmetics blush. Now, I love these 2 blushes mixed together. They are absolutely amazing. And that's what I have on my cheeks today. So, that is the blushes that I have. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you my brushes. These are my face brushes. I have some from Farrah, some from Real Techniques, some from e.l.f., some from Wet n Wild. It's just a bunch of just face brushes. This is my bronzer brush that I'm absolutely loving. It's by Real Techniques. And then my powder brush is by Farrah. And then my blush brush is by Wet n Wild so far. And then usually the one that I apply my foundation with, if I use a brush, is the e.l.f. powder brush. So those are my favorites so far. Let's just not bore you too much. And then I have plenty eye brushes. I have 2 sets off of Amazon. Some Morphe in here. Some Real Techniques. Some... What are you? Eco Tools. Some of everything, actually. Farrah in here. I just have a lot. Like I said, I don't want to bore you. So... moving on right along to the eyes. Whoa. I'm just kidding. I have 2 face palettes here. I have the NYX Contour and Highlight palette. And then I have the LA Colors Highlight, Contour, and Blush palette. Now, I really do like this palette. As you can tell, I've used both of the contour shades that were my shade. And then the LA Colors works really good for contour. And I use this shade for contour. Moving right along. Let's not sing again. Okay, so I have a couple eyeshadow palettes here that I don't really use much anymore, but I'm just going to show you. So here's the Buff Collection Pure Cosmetics. I got this at Bale's Outlet one time, and that's just what it looks like on the inside. These are what I used a long time ago. Here is the Nude by Profusion. I got this at the Dollar General one time, and it's really nice. And then I have the Makeup Revolution just a little eyeshadow palette. The Revealed Smoky, I don't know, somebody gave me this palette. And then I have a MAC Studio Better Than Bare eyeshadow palette. And this is what it looks like. And then now this eye palette that I have on my eyes today is the Tarte Cosmetics. What is this called? I don't know, but this is what it looks like. I just got this in my Boxy Luxe box, and I absolutely love them. So this is a must-have. This is actually not taking as long as I thought. Says the one who's making the video and not watching it. Anyways, moving right along again. The next little section is like brows and cream like eyeshadows. So I have, I think, 5 Stila eyeshadows. The Liquid Metals eyeshadows. These I love, and I did not pay full price for these. I got these at TJ Maxx for $7.99 a piece, and they're originally $25. So I recommend hitting up your TJ Maxx and getting you some Stila eyeshadows because I love mine. Love them. And then I have this Ciate London Eye Luster Cream Eyeshadow. I haven't really tried this, and I kind of can't recommend it to you if I haven't tried it. The next items I'm going to show you are my brow products. So I've been through a bunch of brow products trying to find the right one, and I think I found it finally. Okay, so here's the L'Oreal Brow Stylish Shape and Feel Brow Pencil. This one really didn't work for me. Honestly, I don't know. These big tips at the top don't really work for my eyebrows because they're not really that thick. So that don't really work for me. Now, I used to use the LA Colors Brow and Highlighter Pencil. This used to be my go-to. I bought this at the Dollar Tree for $1, and who can complain, right? Alright, so then I tried the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. I don't hate this pencil. I just found a better one. So, this is a really good pencil to choose. And then I got in one of my boxes the Mellow Brow Definer. This, again, is just not my cup of tea. It's just got that thick end to it. And I'll show you in just a second my favorite one. And I'm just not into that. So then I have the Unbelievable Brow by L'Oreal Paris. This I got sent by influencer, and it's actually really good. I just like a pencil better than I do cream. And then I have the Clinique Insta Lift for brows. I used to use this all the time, and it's just kind of dwindled down in my eyebrow collection. So my favorite one of them all is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencils. And let's see. So you see how small that tip, that tip is? I absolutely love that because I can get my little hairs drawn in and everything else. I love these pencils, and I highly recommend. I got these when Ulta had their little, and like I said, I got these at Ulta when they were having their little sale, and I got them for $10 a piece, but these are originally like $21, but I do highly recommend them. They're really great. And I forgot to mention one more little thing. This one's from Ulta Beauty Glitter Cream Eyeshadow. And this is what it looks like. It actually is really pretty. I just reach more for my Stila eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadows than I do the Ulta one. Okay, moving right along. I have a couple more eyeshadow palettes here. So I have the Wet and Lit palette. This is just the Wet palette, and then this is the Lit palette. I love both of these palettes, and ColourPop does a bomb job with their palettes, so I highly recommend. And then I have the Wonder Beauty Wonderlust Seascape palette. I have not tried this palette out yet, but I do look forward to using it. And then I have some, what is this called? Eyeliner. Okay, so I have some eyeliner here, and then I have, the first one is this gel liner from DLS Cosmetics. Don't really use that. I just got it, but I don't really recommend that. I have this Profusion liner that I don't really use. So I wouldn't recommend. Then I have some old eyeliners from Avon. I don't really use, so I don't recommend them. I have this NYX eyeliner in white and this NYX eyeliner in charcoal gray. I highly recommend the NYX eyeliners. They're so buttery, so creamy, and they stay. I absolutely love them. They're a good eyeliner. And then my favorite so far of liquid eyeliner is the Ico little pencil eyeliner, and it's the I Do liquid eyeliner. This is what it looks like. I love it. It is wonderful. It works great and highly recommend it. Another one that is right behind it is the Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner. This is wonderful. And then the Ciate London Starstruck eyeliner is great. Now this e.l.f. one is trash. I don't really like it. It just doesn't meet the expectations of the other ones. And then I have one liquid illuminating highlighting drops, and I'll kind of show you those. Hold on. I've never used them. That is it right there, but it is kind of wonderful. It's got a cute sheen to it. So these are really great. I recommend that one. And that's by Laura Geller. Laura Geller, New York. Yeah, girl. I don't know. I'm getting very delirious. Okay, so we're almost done, thank God. I have some little eye curlers. Don't know where I got these from. Probably drugstore for like $2. I have some Ardell little lash applicators. Don't really recommend this. I do it with my fingers. And then I have some Ardell wispy lashes, and then I have some Eyelure lashes here. Just depends on how dramatic I feel that day. I have the Ardell Lash Grip Eyelash Adhesive. I love this stuff. That's the stuff I use for my eyelashes. And then I have some mascaras here. I have the Tarte Maneater Mascara, which is really great. And then I have the ColorMates Classic Mascara. Don't really like this one. It's just sitting in my collection. And then I have the Sephora Lash Craft Big Volume. This one, again, it's not really the one I go to. I used to go to, grab for the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. Not here lately. I do like the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara, but my favorite right now is the Il Makiage Icon Mascara. It is the High Volume and Intense Curl Mascara. And the Style Icon, or Shade Icon. And if you've never seen my lipstick collection, then you're missing out. Because I have a ton of lipsticks here. I won't go through every last one of them, but I will show you some of my favorites, which is Bite Beauty. I absolutely love this little crayon thing by Bite Beauty. NYX has some awesome lip liners. My favorite lipsticks right now are the Morphe. This is Morphe, the Virgin one. ColourPop has some awesome lipsticks. I have some lipsticks by ColourPop. Tarte, this Tarte, Tarteist Lip Paint. This is what it looks like right there. I love this one. I recommend that one as well. Which other ones do I use a lot? I have some by Dose of Colors. I have some Revlon, some CoverGirl, some what is this called? Some Wish makeup that I ordered off Wish for like $1. I have some lip glosses. I have the Profusion lip pencil, which I really like. I have some Wet n Wild lip glosses, some Wet n Wild lippies, and I have a lipstick right there, sitting right there. And it's by Maybelline, and that's my favorite lipstick so far. So the last little tidbit, sorry, is my big eyeshadow palettes. So, I love every last one of these, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you. I have the Morphe 35V palette, and I love this palette. I use it all the time. I highly recommend Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I have the Profusion Sinas palette. It's really pretty. I have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I love it. I have the Morphe Bronze Goals palette, which is this one, which I don't tend to reach for as much as the 35V palette, but I do really, really like the Morphe Bronze Glows palette. And then I have the Morphe James Charles palette that I love. So, I highly recommend you go get you a Morphe eyeshadow palette. The Morphe formula is just so amazing, and I love it so very much. But that is all. Let me put this aside. That is all that I have for you guys today. That's my entire makeup collection, other than, you know, I didn't go through all the lip pencils like that one and all the lipsticks because we'd be here forever, because I literally, when in the intro, I know you've seen all my lipsticks. So, I just don't want to be here for a whole hour for you guys. I know you guys don't want that. If you have any recommendations on what your favorite products are, comment that down below. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. May God bless you all. Bye.